All right, guys, happy Valentine's Day. We'll see how much people love me today on the phones. We're going to do some cold calling here. And I've got about an hour, so we'll see what we can get done. As always, I want to whip through what it is. I've got my laptop here just real quickly, okay? I've always got 4 tabs up. The first one is RedX. The second one is my MLS, which reminds me, I do not have my MLS set up here right now. So this is a great point, right? Because I've had people ask me before, what do you mean you've got the MLS set up? So I'm pulling up map view right now. And, well, here, let's see if I can switch the view to, let's see how tech savvy I am here, to my, boom, there it is. Okay, so now you can see exactly what I'm doing, right? So I bring it into Port St. Lucie. I'm going to show you exactly where I'm calling. And it differs, man. It only takes me a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending upon the size, to call a subdivision. And then I move on to the next one, right? So this one, I've got probably 3 days left. And I'm guessing I'll be done with this one. But it's roughly this area right here. And then I go to what has sold in the last month, right? Should be 5. It's 6. That means we got a new one. Let's see. I want to know which one is the new one just for me. Let's see if it's this cat right here. I don't think it's this one. Sold date 124. It's not that one. Is it this one? Closed. Okay, so it sold on the 11th. I bet it just got updated. Even though it sold 3 days ago, I bet it just got updated yesterday or the day before. So that's the new one. Let me see where that's at on the map. Listen, guys, this too is just a great habit in getting to know your market well, right? Like I know this little area really well right now because I've been in here for about 2 weeks. So cool. Jaguar was the latest one sold in this area. So I go back to list, and then I've got this little sucker called Rosen Custom View because it's the view I like, right? It's got the square foot living, the sold price per square foot. That way if a seller or a potential seller that I call today says, well, what are homes going for? I can say, listen, there's homes going for, what's the lowest here? 241 up to 315. They're going anywhere from 241 to 315 within the little area you live in there. But really, if we look at square footage, you're talking, there's an outlier down here, right? The high-priced one, which is 112 a square foot. Otherwise, of the 6 properties that sold in the last month, 4 of them are between $131.93 or roughly $132 a square foot and $135 a square foot. So your house, if it's in decent condition, is probably in that $132 to $135 range, right? So that is just, it's a great conversation adder. And then I got my constant contact open, my email open. Those are the 4 tabs I've got. So there, you can see them. So now let me go back. And here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I got my water. I'm out of water today, so I got bubble water. It's my wife's bubble water. Oh, look at that. Everyday Red X. Oh, this is a Red X quote. They give you a quote. Roses are red, violets are blue. I don't know any agent as amazing as you. Oh, I like that one. Thanks, Red X. I've got my notebook and a pen next to me to take notes. And again, because I'm trying to do 20,000, I'm going to do 20,000 calls this year. That's Red X calling me.
Storm. Press 1.
I got to do at least 65 calls. So I've got until, it's currently 9:27. I've got until 10:20. I'm going to write that on my piece of paper so I keep track of time here. So I've got about 50 minutes. So let's do it. See if we can get a good conversation or two in here.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. McKnight.
Hey.
Hey, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. How you doing?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rosen.
Who?
Yeah, I'm a real estate agent over at the Keller Williams by the PGA golf course there.
Okay.
Yeah, say, I'm just calling because I see you're on social, and there was a home just a few blocks down that had sold, what was it, 3 days ago? I was just calling to see if there's anything I could
Right.
help you with.
No, I'm good, man.
Okay, cool. If you were to
I'm
do,
good. I got nothing.
if you were to do something, is there a realtor you'd use?
Not right off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, last question. Would you mind if I stayed in touch with you between now and whenever you do decide to do something?
Sure.
Awesome. All right. What's a good email for you?
It's all right, Joe.
All right. Thanks, my friend. Have a great day.
You too. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye now. That was the first call. That's pretty doggone awesome. I am going to send that guy so I got to hang up on RedX. And then I'm going to send that guy a quick text just saying thank you for your time. And that way he's already got multiple contacts from me. He's going to get an email, he's going to be on my list, and he's going to get this text. It just makes it more personal, right? Thanks for your time, my friend. Have a great weekend. And then I'm going to go to, I always save, I've got a folder on my phone called business cards. And anyone I like that I like to recommend out, I've got their business card like perfectly edited so it looks like a business card, right? And then I can just quickly send it. So I just said, hey, thanks for your time, my friend. Have a great weekend. And then I texted him my card. Cool. Too easy. Well, that was call one. That's a pretty good call. So he didn't seem interested at all, right? So because of that, I am going to add him to my constant contact email list, so he'll get emails every week. But I'm not going to put him on my CRM. That guy had no interest in buying or selling or anything like that. So I'm not going to keep calling him back. I just want to brand myself in front of him. And you never know. I mean, if you reach out to 100 people like that are like, nah, not willing to do anything, but here's my email address, you will have 10, 15 of them call you back over the next couple years to say, you know what, things changed. I do want to do something. And they come out of the blue, and you don't know who it's going to be. So just getting them on constant contact is, I'm trying to get back into RedX right now because I hung up to be able to text that guy. Now that I think about it, I wouldn't have had to hang up to text that guy. Slowing myself down. Come on, man. We've only made one call. We got to move. My whole day, it's like a race against the clock. Here's another thing I want to push you guys to do. Every day I got a schedule. It's sitting right next to me. And that schedule tells me when things start. It tells me when things end. So my whole day, because of that schedule, my whole day is a race. It's a race, man. Come on. There it is. Boom.
Welcome to Storm.
Cool, sounds good. Let's call. All right, here we go. So we got one good call in. I know you're going to be nervous at first if you haven't done this, right? And this is easier said than done, but it will naturally happen over time. Just try to be personable. Just chill out, relax. And you can see, I'm pretty sure that guy gave me his email address because I was really relaxed. I threw a little laughter in there. Anytime I can naturally, it's not natural, I'm forcing it, but it sounds natural. I can throw in a little chuckle. It increases the odds of rapport. And An increased rapport, obviously, increases odds of appointments and getting email addresses. And sometimes you don't get them, you get referrals from them. You never know where it's coming from.
You have reached the voicemail box of 772.
I'm so focused on time. 10:13.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, good morning. This is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams here in Port St. Lucie. Say, I'm calling because I see you're on Southwest Webster Lane, and there was a home that had just sold 3 days ago that was a few blocks down from you. Just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with. Feel free to call me back. Again, it's Joe Rosen with Keller Williams, and the number here is 772-281-7781. I appreciate it, and have a great Valentine's Day. Anytime you can throw in something a little fun, you know, Valentine's Day, the weekend, have a great week on Mondays. Do it, man. Do it. I think
Please leave your message for Andrea.
a lot of people are really concerned about being professional on these calls, which you should be. But don't forget to be personable. Sometimes you got to loosen up a little bit. I throw in a man, probably not a dude, right? In my videos, I will when I'm talking to people that have already subscribed to me or follow me or what, you know, whatever the heck it's called. But on these calls, I'm probably not going to throw out a dude. I'm probably not going to swear, although I swear in my videos and I swear in real life. But relax a little bit. Show your...
Hello?
Hey, Miss Maury.
Hello?
Hey, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
It's Friday and it's Valentine's Day. I'm incredible. I appreciate it. Say, I'm just calling because I see you're on Southwest Kent Circle, and there was a home that just sold 3 days ago, a few blocks down from you. I was just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with.
Oh, okay. Southwest Kent Circle is actually my parents' home.
Oh.
I was just helping them out with a couple of different things there.
Got it.
But they're not interested in really anything. And on top of it, I'm an agent with Keller Williams myself.
You're a Keller agent. All right, man. Where are you out of?
Yes.
What location are you in?
Orlando.
Orlando. Okay. Okay, cool.
The Waterford location? Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, that sounds good. Well, I'm just making my daily calls, so I appreciate you being a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally understand. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So I will say this too. That one didn't have it on there, but if it's a known realtor, RedX will actually it's a little green tab. It says agent. I think it says agent. Maybe it says likely agent, probable agent, whatever. It's pretty doggone accurate though. Like when it's up there, it's always been a realtor. Here, I had a realtor. That wasn't on there, but that never hurts. I mean, I already know people in Orlando, so I didn't get into the conversation. But if she was in an area that, like, I don't have anybody in Tallahassee. If she would have said, I'm from Tallahassee, I would have said, I need to get your name and number right now, and let's set up a time to chat, because I want to test you out a little bit, ask you some questions, and maybe I got a new referral buddy, right? Try to get something out of everything. Silver linings, baby. Squeeze the lemon.
Hello, Davis.
Hey, good morning. This is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm amazing. It's Valentine's Day. I think we're all amazing, aren't we? Yeah. Say, I'm calling because I see I've got you at Southwest Neal Road, and there was a home that had just sold a few blocks down a week and a half ago. I was just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with.
Not at this time.
Okay. If you were to do something down the road, is there a realtor you'd use?
Yes, I do have a realtor that I'm using.
Awesome. All right. Well, the intent of the call is to make sure you're in good hands. It sounds like you are, so I appreciate your time.
Have a great day.
You as well. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. So that counts as a conversation for my tracking. You don't have to track the way I track, but for me, I have to be able to spit out, hey, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. If I spit that out, boom, it's a conversation. I get 10 conversations a day, right? I got a whole point system. I don't have to get 10 a day, but I got to get 5 points, and I'm not going to go through the point system. But if you want to know about the point system, go look up the video I did with Ricky Carruth and Quintavious Burdett, and you can see Quintavious Burdett made it up. It's an amazing system, and it keeps you motivated, man. It gives you a daily minimum standard to crush it.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Brand.
Hello.
Hey, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. How you doing?
Hey, hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm amazing, thank you. Say, I'm calling because I see you're on web, and there was a home just a few blocks down that sold 3 days ago. I was just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with.
As far as what?
Really anything. I mean, I'm a realtor, so if you're looking to buy, sell, investments, if you want a market analysis on your property, anything I can help with.
Well, are you independent or do you work with a realty firm?
Keller Williams.
I have tenants at my house right now. They're interested. They sound like they're interested in buying it.
In buying the house
Not
that
sure
they're...
they're ready to sell yet.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. How could I help you with that?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe just give me an idea on the value. I mean, I could see what I see on the internet with Realtor.com and all the other sites, but they're all over the place.
Sure.
It has it over 400,000. It has it 330. When it has 380.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My house is it's actually not a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's a 5-bedroom.
Interesting, because I'm seeing, yeah, I've got 4-bed, 3-bath, but it does have 3,003 square feet. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, if you'd like, I can do this one of two ways. I can do a market analysis in 10, 15 minutes, and I like to send people videos so they can see what I'm seeing live, and then they see why I'm saying the numbers I'm saying. If you want me to get in your house and take a look at it, I can give you a little bit more accuracy. But without, I can still give you a pretty good video, and you'll see where it's coming from. Which would you prefer?
Well, like I said, to be honest with you, right now, I'm just kind of on the wait and see type of thing.
Okay. Well, if it's...
Like I said, my big deal is if I do, I want to do it before the election.
I see exactly what you're
Sometime
thinking.
Maybe in the summer. If you want to check back, with me in the summer sometime, then maybe we can talk. Because like I said, the people in there now, they talked about wanting to buy it, but they want to buy it kind of like an owner to owner thing.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. Okay.
I want to go through. He's a contractor, the guy that's in my house.
Oh, okay.
He builds hotels.
Okay.
He's talking about wanting to buy it cash when he eventually buys it, if he buys it. So, like I said, I'm kind of just on a wait and see thing right now.
Perfect. Well, I tell you what I'll do if it's okay with you. This is a mobile number, correct?
Yeah, why don't you send me some info? Send me here's my email address.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do that video, a market analysis for you sometime in the next 2 days, and then I'll send you the link and you can watch it whenever you want.
You got it.
All right. Sounds good. It was great meeting you.
All right.
All right. Have a great weekend, my friend. All right. Bye now. All right. That's another great one. I tell you what, I say this all the time, but I'm telling you, today is an example of it, when you've got just an amped up personality in a particular day, like I'm a pretty amped up guy all the time. But today, for whatever reason, I had an awesome day at the gym. That's probably what it is. Some days you're just flying, man. And today I've got a very amiable personality, and you can see I'm not making a lot of phone calls because the phone calls are lasting a long time each. But I'm getting people to be agreeable, and I'm getting information, which is pretty dang awesome. Okay, do I have all his information? I've got all his information. Send a market analysis video to email and call back. So he said in the summer, I'm going to put mid-May. That way I'm ahead of it. I've lost so many people because I call them back exactly when they say to call back, but you got to realize what they're thinking is that's when I want to take action. You want to get ahead of that. So if they say, hey, I'm thinking about doing something the first of the year, call me in January, I'll call them the first week of December and say, hey, I know you're talking about doing something the first of the year. I know you want to be ahead of the ball on that, so I just want to call you 3-4 weeks prior and see how I can help you right now. Please note, too, that guy asked me, what do you mean help me? Or I don't remember how he worded it. I wasn't trying to get a sale. I wasn't going after a commission. If you're truly focused on helping people and not closing deals, I'm telling you the deals and the commissions naturally come. I just told him I can help. I'm a real estate agent. You tell me how I can help you. And then when he told me about the tenant, I said, cool. Well, tell me how I can help you with that. Again, it wasn't me trying to close anything. It's me just asking a question and then shutting up and then listening to him, right? He gave me all the answers. Now, he might take the number I give him and go do a side deal with that guy and I won't get anything out of it. Maybe. I don't know. Even if he does, if I treat him right, I might get referrals out of that, right? I don't know. Maybe this guy's a home builder and he's doing 20, 30, 40 homes a year. I have no clue and I don't care. All I want to do is fill up my funnel with people like him so I can keep giving myself great opportunities. Okay, we've only made 8 calls because I've been on the phone the whole doggone time. So, which is a good problem. I'm okay with that. But we got to keep going. What do we got till 20? So I've got 34 more minutes. There's a good one. 12 calls. I'm in Port St. Lucie, Florida. You'll see I'm about to do in the next couple weeks some videos with some people locally here. I don't care what brokerage you're with. I'm at Keller. I'm not married to Keller. I like Keller. Keller's just fine. But I don't care if you are a quote-unquote competitor. Call me up. Tell me you're having a tough time with cold calls. I'll get you in here. We'll do a video together. You can use my Red X, and you can make some calls, and I'll help you walk. Okay, we got a potential issue. If this is a real issue, I might be able to help you guys here. Let's see. It is. Okay, so sometimes with Red X, it'll call, you'll see it pick up, and you don't hear anything. For whatever reason, there's a glitch in the system. I'm going to hang up, hit end, and then I'm going to go back. I think you just heard my phone beep. That's it hanging up. And I'm just going to restart a new session. It'll always ask you at the beginning of a call session, do you want to start a new campaign? The way it doesn't word it like that. It says, do you want to resume your old campaign? Always hit no. there are a slew of reasons that I can't remember. I just have learned to always hit no. Don't ever do an old campaign. It's the same numbers, it's the same everything, but for whatever reason, it just gives you better. I don't know if I'm not going to tell you what it gives you better. I just know I've learned my lesson. I just used the age-old line because I'm the parent and I said so. I don't remember why. Okay, we're dialing. There it is. We're back up. We're good. All right, baby. Now I don't know how many calls we're at until the end. I didn't look. Doesn't matter. Just move.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Okay, this lady has to own multiple properties because I've seen her name multiple times.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Kathy, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams here in Port St. Lucie. Say, I'm calling because I see you've got a place there in Southwest Gambury, and there was a home just a few blocks down that had sold about a week and a half ago. I was just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with. Feel free to call me back. Again, it's Joe Rosen with Keller Williams, and the number here is 772-281-7781. I appreciate it. Have a great Valentine's Day. Oh, man, my delivery on Valentine's Day could have been better. That's okay. Next. Ooh, these are good numbers. It's all local area codes. I like that. Higher odds.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. C.
Yes.
Hey, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Awesome. Well, say, I'm calling because I see you're on Salmon Road, and there was a home just a few blocks down that had sold 3 days ago. Just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with.
I don't know. What did it bring? I've had that house so long, I don't even know what they're worth out in that area.
I don't know what it's worth, but I tell you, if you'd like, I can do a market analysis on it and send you a video, or I can meet you in person, whatever you'd like.
Do Alice on me and see what it's worth.
Okay.
I don't know what it's worth. Like I say, I bought it 10 years ago or better.
Do you currently live in the property, or does anybody live in the property?
No, it's a rental.
It's a rental. Okay. You've got.
A bunch of them, that's a rental. Yeah.
Have you got renters in that particular property right now? Yeah, you do. Okay.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
What kind of condition is it in
I
inside?
think she's going to build a new house. Is what I meant. It's good. It's all updated and good.
It's update. Okay.
Would they need painting? Yeah.
It would need painting. Okay. And the gal who lives in there is looking at buying soon. Is that what you're saying?
No, she's not going to buy. She's going to buy a new home. I think. She's registered nurse. Just got her license.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. So what I can do is, if you'd like to give me an email address, I'll do a market analysis for you, and then I'll send you, it'll take me a day or two, and then I'll send you a link via email, and you can watch me live go in and do a market analysis. Would you like that?
Yeah, but I can't give you that address and stuff as we're driving down the road right now. I don't want I tell you what, just text me, and then I'll call you back, then we'll do it after you get it done, okay?
And this is
I'll call you back, and then we'll do that.
That's perfect. And this is your cell number, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right. Well, that sounds good. I appreciate it, sir.
Okay,
Thank
I gotta
you.
get off here.
Have a good one. All right. Bye now. Dude, today is going well. So I do want to mention this too. It doesn't always go this well. If you watch all my videos, I don't want you to think that it goes this well all the time. But listen, so many of you you'll make 100 calls and you'll be like, Joe, it didn't work. I didn't get anything. Well, number one, if you just started, you probably suck. I did. And listen, I still suck. Like, there's still stuff I can improve on, right? And I've got a rockin' vibe today. I don't always have that, man. If you don't have that, it's not going to go as well, right? Your goal is not to pick up on greatness every single day. It's to do the little consistent things consistently over time. And over time, dude, Ricky Caruso said it best. Everybody's repeating this, but I'm going to say it. If you eat a hamburger today, it's not really going to change your health status, right? You're not going to see any impact on your body. But if you eat a hamburger every single day for a year, you're going to see it. If you eat a salad today, it's not going to make any impact on your health. You're not going to see any difference. But if you do that for a year, your body is going to look different, right? It's the same with cold calling, with prospecting. Who cares what you get today? I'm having a rockin' call session here, but honestly, I've had horrible call sessions where I've made 5 times the phone calls. I'm not making a lot of phone calls today because I'm getting so many great people picking up. Send market via text. Good updated condition needs paint. Okay, so those are my notes. And again, when I have time, I'm going to go send that guy market analysis. I should tell you this too. So the way you're probably like, how are you doing this? I'll go in just like at the beginning of this video, right? When I did a screen share with you, I will literally go in and do a market analysis. And I don't pre-do it and then go back and record it. I literally do it live. I'll pull it up and I'll say, okay, you've got a 3-bed, 2-bath with 1,629 square feet and it was built in 1990 and you're in this location. If I look within a mile of your property at homes that are at least 10 years within the same age of your home and blah, 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 blah. You guys know how to do a market analysis. I get 17. Let's look at these 17 and then I'll put them from highest price to lowest price. I'll be like, okay, this one had 5 acres. That's kind of tough to compete with, right? Because you don't have 5 acres. You have a 1/4 acre. That one's probably better. This one has this. This one has... Okay, now you're kind of close to this one. This one's pretty similar. This one's pretty similar. This one's pretty... Okay, you're a little bit better than this one. This one's beat up this one. Okay, so you're really close to these 3, right? So the high end is 275. The low end is 265. So your home is probably worth 265 to 275, again, depending upon condition. And then I always throw in the asterisk. There's a couple reasons. Number 1, it's because it's true. Number 2, it's because it increases the amount of appointments that I get. I'll say, listen, I'm giving you this market analysis and it says 265 to 275, but without seeing the inside, I can't really verify that, right? It's better than a Zillow's estimate or anything you're going to get off of Realtor.com. It's accurate. It's up to date. It's out of our MLS from a professional who knows this area. But if you want a more accurate number and you're thinking about doing something down the road, just let me know. I can come in and take a look at the inside and we can give you a better estimate on value, right? So that a lot of times creates a better appointment. Now, both that guy and the guy before that, they're going on my CRM, right? I'm going to follow up with these people and talk with them. In fact, I'm going to write that right now. I would have done it anyway, but I don't like leaving anything to chance. Okay, we got to keep going. God, these calls are going so great. Listen, I got to do 65 a day. If I have calls like this all day and every call's 10 minutes and I only get a couple done, great problem. Because that won't happen forever. Some days I whip through 130 in an hour because I don't have any good conversations.
Please leave your message for 4-2.
Hey, good morning. This is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams here in Port St. Lucie. Say, I'm calling because I see you're on Southwest Savage Boulevard, and there was a home just down the street that had sold about a week and a half ago. I was just calling because I wanted to see if there was anything I could help you with. Feel free to call me back. Again, it's Joe Rosen with Keller Williams, and the number here is 772-281-7781. I appreciate it. Have a great Valentine's Day. Oh, man. I messed up my verbiage there, and it threw me all off. But I just kept trucking. Okay, I got to look at something quick. Okay, on to the next. You know, I wonder too, I think I shouldn't say I know, I think. Because I use the triple dialer, some people will tell me my number shows up as possible scam, something like that. Something with the word scam in it.
Thank you for calling and a brief message, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
I'll explain after
Thank
this.
you. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, good morning. This is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams here in Port St. Lucie. And I'm calling because I see you're on Southwest Kent Circle, and there was a home just a few blocks down that had sold 3 days ago. Just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with. Feel free to call me back. Again, it's Joe Rosen with Keller Williams, and the number here is 772-281-7781. I appreciate it, and have a great Valentine's Day. All right, this is what I was explaining. So my number will show up as possible or potential scam, something like that. But it's got the word scam in it, so a lot of people don't pick up. I can tell if you watch my video from yesterday, my cold calling session, I did not get nearly the percentage of people that were picking up, right? And I certainly didn't have as great a conversations. This is a theory, and I have no way to prove it, but I wonder if that starts anew every day, and it waits until I hit a certain amount of calls, and then I don't know. I have no idea, but sometimes I get some great calls in other sessions. Everybody's cold. Nobody picks up. It all goes to voicemail, and I think it's got to be saying potential scam or something like that. I just don't know how that works. But anyway, my solution to this, I looked it up. I did a little bit of research. I talked about this yesterday too, is I'm calling my provider, or at least I'm having my wife call my provider. She did call him yesterday. She didn't say she got any feedback, but maybe the call alone got them to remove it. And I'm going to try in March going to a single dialer. Right now I'm on a triple dialer, so we'll see if a single dialer improves the pickup rate. Because, again, the hope is, even though I'm making less calls per hour, I'm able to get the pickup rate to be higher because it's not showing up as a potential scam. I have no idea how many calls we've made. 20, 25, not a lot. Yesterday in an hour, I made 100 in under an hour. Hey, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. How you doing? Hello?
Yes, Matthew now.
Yeah, I'm calling because I see you're on Savage Boulevard, and there was a home just a few blocks down that sold 3 days ago. I was just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with. Nope. That one started pretty ugly. I don't blame that guy. How many phone calls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've had 6 conversations. I don't think I'm going to hit 10 today, and I don't have any additional time today. And I'm not going to hit my 65. That sucks. It sucks. I got 19 more minutes. You never know. Let's see. Let's see what we get.
Hello, you are away from the phone right now, but your call is very important to us. Please leave a message at the tone, and someone will get back to you as soon as they can. If you need to speak to someone right away, you can try Belinda at 229-977-1380. Thanks very much, and have a blessed day.
Hey, good morning. This is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams here in Port St. Lucie. I'm calling because I see you're on Southwest Savage Boulevard, and there was a home just a few blocks down that had sold 3 days ago. Just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with. Feel free to call me back. Again, the number here is 772-281-7781, and I am Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. I appreciate it, and have a great Valentine's Day. I'm jacking up my verbiage again. I'm so focused on the video that I'm giving you guys. It's throwing me off a little bit, but that's okay. Challenges. Bring them on. Bring them on, baby. Hey, Mr. David.
Hello.
Hey, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. How you doing? I got hung up on, and I think it was too quick to count as a conversation. That sucks. If he would have said screw off and then hung up, that would have counted.
Hello?
Hey, Miss Leslie.
Hello?
Hey, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. How you doing?
What's Keller Williams?
Oh, it's a real estate company. I see you're on Webster Lane. It's probably, I don't know, 5-6 minutes west of you over by the PGA Golf Course is. You know where the PGA Golf Course is?
Okay, right now I'm at work, so you'll have to call me after 3 o'clock.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'll give you a jingle then. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
All right, have a good one. Not digging it, but I did mark it myself, so that counts as a conversation. And then, what do we got? 16 minutes. We might get it. We'll see. It's way more important to have good conversation.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Harris.
Hello?
Hey, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. How you doing?
Okay.
Awesome. Say, I'm calling because I see you're on Savage Boulevard, and there was a home just a few blocks down sold 3 days ago.
Hey, listen. You what?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I was just calling to let you know that there was a home that had just sold a few blocks down from you 3 days ago, and I was calling to see if there's anything I could help you with.
Happy for him. Listen, man, I'm real busy.
That's all. I'm busy too. No, hung up on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 8 conversations. I don't know how many calls we're at because I had to start my call list over, but we'll see at the end.
Please leave your message for 586.
Hey, good morning. This is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams here in Port St. Lucie. And I'm calling because I see you're on Race Road, and there was a home just a few blocks down that had sold 3 days ago. Just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with. Feel free to call me back. Again, it's Joe Rosen with Keller Williams, and the number here is 772-281-7781. I appreciate it. Have a great Valentine's Day. Okie dokie. $14 minutes. We might get it. We'll see. Some days I don't hit my goal. On calls. I'm not going to change my schedule to make it happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the amount of time I give myself in the future. Now, I know that with the time I give myself, I hit my goal 85, 90% of the time. And sometimes I go way above and beyond. So I'm okay with it. But when you're first starting out, that is the trick. Stay married to your schedule, but then adjust the schedule for the next day. Okay, now we're having that same issue we were having before where I got to hang up. This is that same issue I was talking about in the beginning of the video where I see people pick up, but for whatever reason, I'm not able to hear them. Yeah, now somebody's calling me back. I'm not going to pick that up. Okay, so today so far, I'm going to keep going here for a little bit. God, we're at 39 calls. So, we've still got 13 minutes. There's a small chance I'll be able to crunch this out. Let's see what we can do. Come on, Red X. Let's go. I remember what, I don't remember who said it. Was it Conan O'Brien? No, it wasn't Conan O'Brien. I think it was, who's the comedian? It's a comedian that people have teased me about looking like. He's the Hot Pocket comedian. But anyway, he talks about how, I think it was him, how impatient we are with technology.
Storm. Press 1.
But technology is incredible. So really, we're just spoiled. That's me right now. Okay, we're at 39. 12 minutes. Come on, baby, come on. This has been an awesome video. You guys are seeing a lot of good stuff. I'm happy with this one. I got a brand new, I don't know if he's a brand new agent, but he's a brand new cold caller who's going to do a video with me next week. His name is John. He said he's made 50 calls. He just started using RedX. And he's excited. So I'm excited. So you'll have to watch out for that one. Guys, on this show too, I do interviews with a lot of people, and the goal of the interviews is to provide you guys with some helpful information. So I've got some top agents. I got a guy from Content Cards coming on, Nick Krem. He's going to be a good one. I got another guy who has made a really great app. Hey, good morning. This is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams here in Port St. Lucie. Say, I'm calling because I see you're on Almanza Avenue, and there was a home just a few blocks down that had sold 3 days ago. Just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with. Feel free to call me back. Again, it's Joe Rosen with Keller Williams, and the number here is 772-281-7781. I appreciate it. Have a great Valentine's Day. But anyway, I'm having all these people on, right? The purpose of all of this is to give you guys great stuff that benefits you. So if there's something you're not seeing that you want to see, or a person you want me to interview, the questions you want me to ask them, just let me know. Send me a DM, hook up with me on Facebook, Instagram. My Instagram's at The Joe Rosen Show.
Hi, this is Brandy. Sorry I couldn't take your call. Leave me a message and I'll get back.
And I would be more than happy to get you guys whatever it is you're asking for, man. It's my life's goal.
To an automatic voice message system.
I like that name. I like that name. Dude's last name was Beef. It's tough to sew robots, man, but not impossible. Nothing's impossible. Nothing. 9 minutes. We're at 44. I might make it. I'm going to be short. I bet I hit high 50s.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Martin.
Nope.
Oh, man, I apologize. I was looking for the owner of... Doesn't matter. He hung up. Doesn't matter what you're looking for, buddy. That's all right. Helps me get my goal of 65. Thank you for hanging up fast. Come on. Gotta hit it. Gotta hit it. 65. Say it out loud and it'll happen. 65.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
I am. No, I'm justifying me not hitting 65. I'm going to hit 65. But I am BSing a lot with you guys. If I wasn't doing this, I'd have hit it already. But listen, guys, use this. Don't just watch it and be like,
Hello.
hey, Miss Leary.
Yes.
Hey, this is Joe Rosen with Keller Williams. How you doing?
Good.
Awesome. Say, I'm calling because I see you're on Kent Circle, and there was a home just a few blocks down sold 3 days ago. Just calling to see if there's anything I could help you with.
Oh no, I'm gonna die in this house. We're doing renovations right now.
I love this area too. I don't blame you. Well, let me ask you this: Would you mind if I stayed in touch with you between now and whenever you do decide to do something, if it pops up?
Oh no, literally 16th house. I'm not going anywhere.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
I'm staying right here.
That's a lot. I don't blame you. All right. Well, have a happy Valentine's
But you
Day.
should try to, because they pretty much they got divorced and he got the house on the divorce, and it is so overgrown and everything, and he owns the house still. So I try to find him and sell that house because it's just been abandoned.
I really appreciate that. Do you?
It's 4 bedrooms. It's like 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths, or yeah, something like that.
Do you by chance have a contact for him, or do you know his name?
Oh, his name is Aiden. And hold on, I'll get you away.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, they got divorced when he turned down in like Miami. They had to call code compliance.
Oh.
And it looks just from the outside. It's a big, you know, this big, hold on, why is somebody at my door? And I can't get into my phone. And one of those ring doorbell things. That's telling me that there's motion at my door, and I'm like, oh, I just got out of bed. Must have been Amazon or something. Oh my God, I got flowers. Oh my God. That never happened.
That's awesome. What a great surprise.
Oh my God, it is. Now I have to figure out, because sometimes my parents send flowers on Valentine's Day, so I'll figure out who these are from. But, and I know, now I need my glasses. I'm sorry, I'm so out of it. I literally just woke up when you...
No problem.
I've been getting like 5 hours of sleep, and it's just... let's see, just say I was driving around the house or something. It's 772.
Perfect.
And let me just make sure that the number's on the door. Hang on a second. Oh,
Perfect.
yes, they had this beautiful pineapple palm in there thing, and it's so overgrown now that the branches have gone over the pineapple.
That's too bad.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to sell it or not, but that's the lead I have for you.
Well, I appreciate it. I'll take anything. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Bye-bye.
All right. Enjoy those flowers.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. See ya. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. She didn't care at all about me offering real estate help, but I'm going to help her by maybe talking to the guy next door and helping him sell his house, and then that'll improve that house. This is what she's probably thinking. That place is an eyesore, and it brings down the value of my home. If you can sell that home to anybody, it can't be in worse condition. That's probably what she's thinking, right? So I got a great lead out of that. Now, I'm making this video right now, but I'm going to tell you, I got to edit a whole bunch of that out because she gave me some pretty personal information. But that was a solid lead. We got 3 more minutes, and we're at 50.
Please leave your message
50.
for 77.
This one has that agent deal. It tells me it's a realtor. So I am just not going to call that person back. Dude, we're going to be so close. It hurts my heart to not reach my goal. My business meeting went about 10.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Herrera?
Wrong number.
Oh, I apologize. I was looking for the owner of... No, it doesn't matter. Dude, I gotta write that in. Auto text for tomorrow. All right, we got 2 more minutes. What are we at? 53. We're not going to hit it.
Please leave your message for 7.
Did not hear the beep. All right, let's just keep going.
Telephone number 772.
$57. I'm going to force it now. I'm going to be late. What's my next appointment?
Has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 5.
It's okay. I think I can make this happen. This is what goals do to you. They make you push harder. Hello? Nope. I got one more minute.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try.
No, I gotta hit 65. What am I at? 39 plus 23 is 49, 59. Ooh, plus 24 is 63. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. I'm excited. Where is the 443 area code? I think that's Maryland. That person lives in probably Maryland, if I'm right. We just hit it. We just hit it. So as soon as we get the next one, we'll be done. Crushing it. And when I'm on time. Well, now it's spinning through numbers. So these are all the numbers that wouldn't have picked up if I didn't have a dialer, right? It would have taken me forever to get through them. This sucker spins through them.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
All right, guys, that's where we're ending. If you guys want Red X or I throw all this stuff in Constant Contact and you want to get a deal on it, I'll put in the comments below or whatever you call that where I write, right? I'll put the link you can go to with Red X and you get $149 setup fee off. Or if you call them, just say, hey, Joe Rosen, and they'll give you $149 off. If you call Constant Contact, you can call them and you can say Joe Rosen. You can give them the code CTCT30 and they'll give you 30% off for your first 3 months. Or I'll put a link down below also and you can use that link and get the 30% off for the first 3 months. If there's anything else I can do for you guys, just let me know. I'm easy to... If you can't find me, that's your problem. Because I'm easy to find. I'm everywhere, man. Instagram, at The Joe Rosen Show. Go to Facebook. My business page is The Joe Rosen Show. I make it really tough. If you go to YouTube, it's thejoerosenshow.com. It's all pretty easy. I'll put my email down below. It's findafloridahost.com at gmail.com. You guys can get a hold of me anytime, anyway. I love you guys. Have a great day.